Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 48 of the Calypso Cigar Review Podcast. I am Brandon Luna.
I'm Randy Rankin.
And as always, we're at the lovely Calypso Cigar Shop and Lounge in Richardson, Texas.
Richardson, Texas. We used to say beautiful Richardson, Texas, but is it really beautiful?
No, it's not really that beautiful.
It's nice, but it's not beautiful.
And lovely. How about lovely?
Pleasant.
Pleasant. How about moderately neato? Richardson, Texas.
There you go.
And today we're reviewing a cigar, because we do that.
Because it's a cigar review show.
And this is the La Sirena Belicoso with the most giant band ever in the world. Look at that. Look at that band. It is monstrous. And that is...
Mine doesn't even have a band. What are you talking about?
That's one band. No, it's two bands, actually.
It is. I took mine off. I beg to argue that... What's that Alec Bradley one that has the...
Oh, the Black Market. Yeah, I guess technically that's the biggest band. Okay.
Well, the Mundial's pretty close, too. Though.
Yeah. There's not a lot of information online about what this is. All I know is that it's Connecticut broadleaf wrapper. Origins on it are Nicaragua, and that's about it. The size we're smoking is the Belicoso, and it is not listed on here. The Divino,
it's
I guess.
5.5 by 52.
Yeah, they call it a Robusto, but I guess it's a...
No, that's the Divino.
Yeah.
The Divino
Divine.
is the Robusto.
The Divine. 5.5 by 52, that's what it says.
For Belicoso?
Yeah.
So there is a Robusto also.
Yeah.
So that site doesn't know what they're talking about.
Okay. Well, you know.
Anyway.
Well, yeah, what can you do? Now, this is rolled over at the... it's by Miami Cigar Company.
Okay.
And this is by Nestor Miranda.
Right.
Don Lino and... Oh, wait, no, okay. The folks that stand behind Nestor Miranda, Don Lino and more. Handcrafted.
Do they always stand behind him, or is it just sometimes they stand behind him?
Side, yeah, it depends on, who's pushing where. Yeah, it really kind of... Okay. And this is made in Nicaragua by Don Pepin Cigars. So it's basically a Pepin.
I'm looking forward to this. I have not had one in about 2 years.
Yeah, it's been a while for me, too. This is something that... It's not a totally blind review. We both smoked this before. But
it's somewhat blind in that because I don't remember much about it other than I liked it when I first had it. So we'll see. The draw's wide open.
Yeah, it's a nice draw, even on a torpedo Belicoso type thing.
Tobacco sand.
Well, you cut yours a lot more than I cut mine.
That's what she said.
It's still wide open. We'll see once I get it lit.
Royal gold. Your logo is rubbed off.
Yep.
But still, you can stay there anyway.
The Executive One by Cigar.
Yep.
So, been a while. It'll be interesting to revisit this. I remember liking it, though.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, review's over.
And that was a good cigar.
Yep. Now it is. It's a beautiful looking wrapper. It's a nice dark chocolate color. There is some pretty prominent veins. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's a tree trunk of a vein right there.
Yeah, mine's pretty veiny as well. Yeah,
but veins schmains as long as it tastes good. Mm-hmm. I'm not real concerned about the veins. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that second. Oh, I guess I'll take it off. Here you go. Second band's off. Second band's real cute.
Okay, I hate to say this because people are going to think I don't like it, but I'm actually liking this for some reason. Picking up a little raisiny.
Cold draw is pretty much straight up tobacco. There wasn't really a lot of sweetness on the cold draw for me.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes after the first draw here. You got raisin, huh?
A little hint of raisin right off the bat.
Yeah.
Of course, I did have a little bit of that bourbon on my lips, and you can get a little raisin with bourbon sometimes too.
Yeah. Plus, you also did just drink prune juice.
A while ago. I've had a stomach ailment for a while. We're pairing with this nice bourbon. It's called Corner Creek. It's from Bardstown, Kentucky. It's a 88 proof. As you'll note, it's in a wine bottle, and there's a particular name for this kind of bottle, but I don't remember what it's called. I call it a wine bottle.
Wine bottle. That's what I call it.
And late 90s is when I first discovered this bourbon, and really loved it. And back then, it was like $40-45 a fifth. Mm-hmm. And right before it went off the market in about 01, 02, it was close to $50 a fifth.
Wow.
And I was in Chicago on business, and my hotel was right across the street from a liquor store because I plan ahead. And so I walked across the street to the liquor store, and I saw this, and I hadn't seen it in a couple of years, and it was $19.99 a bottle. So I said to the guy, I'm like, what's the deal? This stuff's like $50 a bottle. He goes, when it went away, this is closeout, $19 a bottle.
Wow.
I said, if I get all four, will you cut me a deal? And he said, well, all four of them for $75. Okay. So then I had to figure out how I'm going to put them in my luggage to ship them back to Texas. But I got it back. But then it totally was gone. And it was about 2.5 years ago. I saw it at a store. I asked if this was old stock. They said, no, they've just re-released it. And it's like $26 a bottle. So I guess they figured out that they priced themselves out of the market the first time.
Yeah.
And but it's really good. Got a little bite on it.
Yeah, it's a little.
But you get that caramel, that kind of
very,
caramel vanilla.
very caramelly, yeah. For me, the cigar, I'm not getting raisin yet, but I'm getting a lot of earth.
Yeah.
It's very earthy and a little bit of spice with the retrohale, but not an ungodly amount.
No, not for a pepine, you would think. So it pairs nicely so far with this Corner Creek bourbon.
Good amount of smoke coming off that. I mean, it's just like chug, 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 chug.
Yep.
Just coming right off that sucker. Yep. Which is nice.
The draw is awesome.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I barely cut the tip of mine off, and there's smoke coming out of the top of that thing.
Yeah.
Just look at that. Yeah.
Mine too.
Nice.
Look at that smoke just rushes up like that. Yeah. Well, Pepin knows how to make cigars. He's made a couple.
Yeah, he has in his time, and he's got a couple of pretty nice awards too over the years. So, yeah, look at that band. It's just like
Beautiful. And the boxes are really cool.
Yeah, the boxes are awesome. If you can get into a B&M that's happening to close out a box or like buy the last 5 and take the box or whatever, it actually has a decent seal on it. You can use it.
Yeah, we actually have people who don't smoke cigars that come to our store and ask us if we have any empty La Sirena boxes.
Yeah, it's a pretty box.
It's a cool box.
Nice.
It's like a little treasure chest. It's really cool.
Yeah, it looks like a treasure chest. Got a nice little shine to it and everything. It's a nice box. My dad's actually was using it as a cheesy humidor for a little while. Yeah, a little mini door.
Yeah.
So what you been up to, Randy?
Driving
Anything
the
fun?
porcelain bus, man.
Yeah?
No, not really.
Awesome.
I have not puked yet, but I've had some sort of stomach bug for the last week to 10 days.
Not fun.
Wrestling that. But so this is the first strong cigar I've had in about a week. So hopefully, if I have to spew, I'll spew in this.
Yeah, I would make it a concerted effort to do that and not on my laptop. That would not be cool.
But no, I'm feeling better.
That's good.
It's just
good.
not 100% yet.
Yeah, it happens whenever. And you get sick.
Matt's got the same thing, and you had a touch of it, so I don't know what we all came in contact with. But
yeah, something got us.
Yeah. So if you see me turn green,
I'll just push you that way. Push you out of the screen there.
So what about yourself?
Yeah, just really work. Nothing really much. Helping my mom get situated. She moved into a place and still helping her with little honeydews here and there. Help me with this. Help me with that. Pull this out of here. Do this. Can
it be called honeydews if it's your mom telling you?
I don't know. That's just a term, isn't it?
I don't know. I thought it was like, honey, do this, honey, do that. I guess your mom could say that to you. Okay.
Yeah, she doesn't. But, basically helping my mom. We'll say that.
All right.
And other than that, not a whole lot, really. Haven't had time to watch any real TV or anything. Movies. I saw a movie.
Oh, yeah? What'd you see?
You'll find out at the
that's
second
the only one
portion
you
of the
watched?
thing. Yeah, that's it. It was
one.
today's creature feature, which you'll find out.
I
in the
watched
second
one, and I
portion of
want
the
to
show.
talk about it a little bit.
Oh yeah, what'd you watch?
Dallas Buyers Club.
Oh, you watched Dallas Buyers Club.
Yes, I did.
How was it?
McConaughey won the Golden Globe, and he should have. The excellent performance. And
Yeah.
he's been on a run lately. We've talked about it.
Yeah, he's actually
He's just
acting.
picking really good roles.
He's like, well,
excellent.
I can only take off my shirt for so long, so I better start learning how to act.
And that's when he obviously did not rely on his looks because he lost some ungodly
ton of weight.
He made Dennis Quaid and Wyatt Earp look fat.
Wow.
I mean, he lost a lot of weight.
The most weight I think I've ever seen an actor lose for a movie, and it was uncomfortable to watch, was Christian Bale for The Machinist.
Yeah.
That was just like he looked like he was about to die.
I would put Quaid and McConaughey real close, though. They were both real close.
Bad.
Yeah, when they tell McConaughey he's got like 6 weeks to live, I thought they were talking to him, not the character. But it's a really good movie. It took place here in Dallas in the 80s. He contracted HIV because he would nail any woman that walked. And
Well, he's
unprotected,
McConaughey. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
And, but it's a good movie if you get a chance to see it. It was very good. Once again, it was not shot in Dallas. They show some Dallas skyline and
Yeah,
stuff.
the stock footage is Dallas, but
it-
the rest of it's like totally not.
Louisiana.
There's
What
like
was the
freaking palm
Killer
trees and
Joe
shit.
was supposed to be in
Yeah.
Dallas, and it was so obvious that was in Louisiana.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you get a chance to see Dallas Buyers Club, it's really good.
All right, I will have to do that then. I've heard a lot about it. I just haven't watched it yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was really I only watched the creature feature. That was about it. I watched one new show that I told you about. I don't think you watched it yet though. But
I've
got it.
got it
I
on my
haven't watched
DVR.
it yet.
I just haven't watched it yet. I
But
read
that
what
was
it was about, and I'm like, oh man. But I told you I'd watch the first episode or two. So
Doesn't sound interesting at all.
It's got science in it.
Barely. Barely science. Anytime anybody talks intelligently about science, they go, oh, then turn into a monster and kill people. So it's not really.
That's what happens when I hear somebody talking about science.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, well, I got my latest issue of Cigar Aficionado magazine, which
All right.
was free because I won a contest on Cigar Federation. So thank you, Cigar Federation, for my free Cigar Aficionado with Mr. Ron Perlman on the cover, Mr. I Don't Smoke Cigars. And
Mr. I don't want to talk to Brandon, so I'm going to lie
Yeah.
to him.
I don't know. He seemed really sincere about it.
Yeah.
He was like, "You smoke them?" I'm like, "Yeah, I smoke them." I'm like, "How many do you smoke a day?" I'm like, "I'm not a really everyday guy. I smoke like a couple a week." He's like, "Yeah, I'd keep it that way. You don't want to get sick, man. You definitely don't inhale like I did." I'm like, "No, I don't inhale." So
Well, he is an actor, so I'm sure he can feign sincerity pretty well.
Nah, he's not a really good actor.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
He's a good actor.
He is a good actor.
To have reinvented himself as many times as he
Yeah,
has.
he's worked a long time.
Yeah.
Like he's in his 60s.
That
And he's
Beauty
been
and the
working
Beast
since
was
his
in the early
20s. I
80s.
know.
God, it's ridiculous.
I know, and he did that Quest for Fire. And that's and what's funny is like 2 days I was looking for the freaking poster because I have the poster for that
Oh,
movie.
do you?
I have a one sheet of it.
Wow.
And I wanted to take it and have it signed. 2 days after the damn Comic-Con, I found the
You found
freaking
it?
one
Oh,
sheet.
that's
I'm like,
nice.
son of a bitch. Didn't have it when he was there. But whatever.
Right.
That
Convenient.
probably would have made him go, hey, kind of cool, 'cause
Yeah.
his first real movie.
Right.
But so I got the top 25 list here, so I wanted to cover some of that just a little. We probably covered it already, but this is the 25. So the top 10, obviously, number 1 was Monte Cristo 2, which was meh.
Yeah.
Number 2 is the Aging Room Quattro F55 Concerto. 3 was that Davidoff Nicaraguan Toro, which I've heard so much about. I really want to try it. 4 was the 64 Padron, which is a great cigar.
Natural or Maduro?
5's the Bahique 52,
Is that
54.
Padron or Maduro or natural?
The Maduro.
Okay.
Yeah, which I like the Maduro. Fuente Don Carlos number 2, which is a great cigar.
Yeah.
It was number 6. Number 7, the Buenaventura BV 560, which is an inexpensive cigar.
Yeah. I don't know if I've had that one, but Pedro's given us both a Buenaventura. I just don't know if it was
I
that
gave
one.
you Buenaventura too.
Did
I think
you?
I gave you and I gave him, and he probably gave you the one I gave.
Probably. Maybe that's it.
Yeah, because I had a box.
No,
of
because he had a bunch of them the other day.
yeah. Herrera Esteli Pyramid number 8. Gurkha 125th anniversary XO number 9.
That's overrated. It was an okay cigar. I don't mind it being in the top 25, but it was not a number 9.
Not
cigar.
number 9. Yeah.
No.
Number 10 Ashton VSG. I mean, come on, that's
Come
in
on,
there.
it's
Old
been
cigar.
there forever.
Old cigar. And then here's the rest of the list. I'm going to go ahead and go just over real quick. Oliva Siri O Churchill is number 11. Which
Maduro or Corojo? Or
it doesn't say.
Because it's in Cameroon or Maduro.
Yeah, let's find out. Number 11. Doesn't say. This one goes to 11.
So it looks like it's Cameroon, not Maduro.
Yeah, it probably is, yeah.
Okay.
And then I like this cigar a lot. L'Atelier Lat 56 is number 12.
Yeah, that's a good cigar. You've given that to me.
Fuente Opus X Super Belicoso is number 13, which,
I think I've had the Super Belicoso.
it's, it's a what you call it, so there's that.
It
Opus.
is. What you call it?
It's a what you call it. La Flor Dominicana Oro Chisel, number 14. Number 15, the Fernando Leon Family Reserve Belicoso, which I've never had. Number 16 is the Asylum Premium 2012 Vintage, which those are actually pretty good. I like those.
Yeah.
I'm kind of glad to see, more of a budget stick make the top 25. La Roma de Cuba Mi Amor Reserva Maximo's number 17. Number 18, Rocky Patel 15th, which that's kind of a
Around for
staple
4
on the
years,
list,
yeah.
right?
It's always on the list. Yeah.
Seems like it's always on a list somewhere. So that tells you right there, people don't like Rocky Patel. Try the 15th. It's a good
cigar.
stick.
It really is.
My Father Le Bijou 22, which is a great stick. We
Yep.
like those a lot. Nat Sherman Timeless Divino, which I've
had a
had the
couple-
Timeless, and
I've had a couple of Nat Shermans, but I don't know if that was one of them.
that's number 20. Number 21, the Bolivar Royal Corona, which is a Cuban.
Cuban.
22, La Polina Classic, which I would have
We
rated.
reviewed.
I would have rated a different La Polina, but okay. Okay,
We reviewed it.
I would have said to Kill Bill or something, but anyway.
Yeah.
Casa Magna Colorado Extraordinario, number 23.
Which was number 1
A couple of years back, yeah.
And Prensado was another number 1.
Prensado Robusto size is 24, and then 25 is the Romeo y Julieta
Yeah.
Romeo, which was number a couple of years last year was
Yeah,
like number
it
2 or
It was
in the
pretty
top
high
10 or
last year.
something.
And It's not a bad stick, but it's not worthy.
Considering
all the good
stuff
stuff Altadis came out with this year, and that's the one they put on there. That's ridiculous.
There were so many good cigars this year, and that to make room for Cubans, number one, and to have cigars on there that have been on there so many times before.
And Ezra Zion not being on there at all, it's a joke. And man, I have to relight because of talk.
Yep. Yeah, it's kind of a sad state of things, but
Ezra Zion will be heard of. They will be known. They will be on lists next year.
Yeah, they will be. Yeah, they have to be. I mean, they're such good cigars. You guys haven't had them. If you, find them, call Calypso and get them. You can get them at
972-761-9903.
They've got the Eminence, the Jamais Vu, the Tantrum, the.
That's it right now.
Yeah.
We're looking into the FHK. Matt really liked it, and it being a little less expensive, I think we're going to carry it.
Yeah.
But now on that Tantrum, we've sent it to Jeff Hirschhauer in Indianapolis. He loved it.
Yeah.
We sent it to Kirk at Poolside Cigar Reviews. He loved it.
Yeah.
So that's and they're not, even though we sent it to them, they can have their own opinions, and they liked it too.
Yeah.
So
it's a good cigar. Yeah.
it really is.
And what's funny is I listen to a lot of other podcasts as well, just because I still like listening to cigar podcasts. And one of them actually had a guy named Brandon call in from Texas, and I'm like, did I get drunk and call a podcast? Like, I don't remember calling a podcast. But there's some guy in Fort Worth, and he smoked a Tantrum, and he was talking about how much he loved it. I'm like, this guy lives in Texas, smoked a Tantrum and loved it. His name's Brandon. This guy might be a doppelganger. I might need to track him down and fucking kill him.
Could be the rep calling him pretending that he was.
I don't know. You never know.
The rep's name is Brandon.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
I don't think he lives in Fort Worth. Of course, you can lie when you call into a radio station.
That's true.
Our listeners would never lie to us, though.
Yeah, okay.
Well, yeah, except for when they tell us it's a good show. That's when we know they're lying.
Right. Those bastards. Two bastards. Yeah. This is a good stick. It's a good...
It is a good stick. It's a good stick. My burn's a little funky, if you can see, but nothing too bad. I didn't really ash. I think the ash just fell off, but...
I ashed.
Okay. Or maybe I did ash and I don't remember. Because of all that prune juice I drank. I'd never had prune juice before today.
It's not forget-me juice. Jeez.
Yuck.
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't taste. It doesn't taste good. No.
Should be like forget you ever had that. Anyway, so it's a little funky draw, or a funky burn. Draw's great. The retrohale is picking up a little on the steam of the spiciness.
Yep.
It's still just very earthy.
Yep, and a lot of smoke still coming off that baby.
Yeah, very earthy. That cinnamon must have been from the bourbon right off the bat, because I never got that again. There is some form of not cedar maybe, but something. There is some woodsy in it.
I'm just getting a lot of earth right now.
There's a little bit of woodsy stuff.
I remember it changing on me last time I smoked it. I can't recall what size I had. So, I don't know. It's really, the earthy and coffee kind of blend together, like, black coffee and earth kind of almost, they're hand in hand sometimes for me.
If I were going to say coffee, I would say more espresso than morning coffee. But yeah, very earthy.
Yeah, very earthy. Tasty though, yummy. My burn's kind of weird. It's like, look at the cherry on this. It's like half.
A half cherry, huh?
Is that possible?
How did that happen?
I don't know. Maybe
it's like extra virgin.
After riding a horse, maybe, or something. And
like extra virgin olive oil. How did that happen? Like
extra
either
virgin.
A virgin or extra virgin. I don't
exactly. Yeah. I don't know. We're getting into dark territory already.
Already? We were
right in there from the start.
Like 10 minutes into dirtiness.
All right, so we're about at the end of the first third. We're gonna take a little break. We'll come back for the second third and today's creature feature.
Snow
Beast. Starring Rob Schneider. No, wait.
No, John Schneider.
John Schneider.
Bo Duke.
The other Schneider that sort of kind of acts better a little bit.
He's better than Rob Schneider. He's a good dude.
Oh, we'll see. All right, we'll be right back.
Car 55, this is dispatch. We have a 211 in progress in your area. Please respond.
Dispatch, this is Car 55. We are in the vicinity and on our way. Did you say this was a 211?
Yes, 211, robbery in progress.
211. That reminds me of that great cigar by Esteban Carreras, the 211. Man, I could go for one of those right now.
Okay, whatever. We have a farmer in the area whose goats are getting stolen. And this is where it gets weird, saying it's a chupacabra.
A chupacabra? Are you kidding me? Man, that's another great cigar by Esteban Carreras.
Whoa, hold on now. Let's keep our focus here. I mean, this guy called it a 187 on his prize-winning Goat Mary.
187? You're killing me here. Yet another great cigar by Esteban Carreras. I just think this guy sounds crazy.
Yeah, you might just want to call in a 5150 and call it a day. You know what I mean?
5150, that's it. You call a paddy wagon, I'm turning around and going to the Calypso Cigar Shop in Richardson for an Esteban Carreras cigar.
Hey, that sounds great. Can I join you?
Absolutely.
Esteban Carreras cigars. It'd be a crime not to smoke them.
Oh, man, that's rich. That's rich.
Okay, so we're back for the second third of the La Sirena
Belicoso.
Divina?
It has a
Belicoso.
name.
Yeah, whatever the fuck.
It has
It's a
a name.
size.
We'll look up the name during the next break.
I think it's the Divine. I don't know. That's the size that. When I look up Belicoso, it comes up Divine, but then some sites say it's a Robusto. So
I don't know. There
That's
is one
the
called
size.
the Divine. There's one called the
There's
something.
a bunch different.
And then
other
there's
sizes.
another one called something else.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
The something else. That should be
something
the
else.
La Sirena something else.
Okay, so we discovered that, or we discussed that the woodsy that we're picking up is like a piece of bark that fell off the tree that is laying around the base of the tree in all the earthiness.
Mm-hmm.
So you get a hint of woodsy, but it's really mostly the earth has been piled on that bark.
Yeah, and the woodsy is really kind of in the mouth feel. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's not really in the retrohale. The retrohale is mostly a little bit. It's like a slight spice, but it's not an offensive spice. So you don't get that normal pepine, like just pepper shooting out of your nose.
I remember this being a strong cigar. It's really pretty medium.
How long have you guys had these?
We have a Knowles Craft Brewing Company.
Yeah.
Like they buy them all the time, so we keep regular.
Oh, okay. So you regular stock on these. Okay. Yeah, it's got a decent ash. I mean, I'm getting
Yeah.
a good size ash on it after I didn't flick it this time. So,
I've been flicking.
but yeah, it's very earthy, very a little bit of woodsy, slight sweetness coming in on the second third, but it's ever so slight. It's just kind of sort of there in the background, but not a lot of sweetness. But if you want something earthy and kind of medium to full bodied, I'd say. Yeah,
Put about
tasty.
6 on the medium.
Yeah.
To full strength.
I'd almost go 7 just because I'm feeling it kind of right here.
Oh yeah.
But that might be this too. I don't know.
Yeah, could be. It's that time, Brandon.
It is that time. It's time for the Esteban Carreras Creature Feature.
Esteban Carreras Creature Feature.
All right, today's Creature Feature is Dukes of Hazzard meet the Snow Beast.
That's right. From 2011,
Yeah, it's
Snow
called
Beast.
Snow Beast, yeah.
With John Schneider, the great Bo Duke from the Dukes
Rob
of Hazzard.
Schneider, yeah. Rob Schneider.
Not Rob Schneider.
John, Rob, same thing.
No, they're not. Rob
They're
Schneider.
related,
John
right?
Schneider could kick Rob Schneider's ass.
Yeah, I think most people can kick Rob Schneider's ass.
I meant blindfolded and drunk. He could still kick his ass.
Just like 2 arms missing, still just beat him with his head. Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing about Rob Schneider, or John Schneider. He's aged pretty well. He looks like he can still play Bo Duke.
Yeah, he does, yeah.
But, he's a big, rugged guy. It was decent casting for this part, because
Him and the daughter look very similar, yeah. So you want to go over the...
Yeah, give him some plot
Okay, so
details.
the plot, as it were, for Snow Beast is John Schneider plays this guy who's a research scientist, and they're researching animals and like animal patterns,
Lynx.
and they're researching the lynx cat. And his daughter, he's supposed to go on this, to go do the research.
Right.
His daughter gets kicked out of school for getting into a fight, so she has to go along with him.
This is
Doesn't
something
want
they
to.
do, like, every year.
every year. And his recently divorced, his wife left her as well. So,
Bitch.
of course, the daughter's like, "Meh." She's just
I
all
want to be with Mom.
bitchy about everything because that's how kids get after a divorce, apparently, in movies and probably in real life too. I don't know. But
Yes,
so
they do.
they go along. She goes along, and they go out to this frozen tundra of. Where is it?
Frozen tundra.
Where was it? Where did they
I
go?
don't remember where the fuck
I don't know
was
where the
it.
fuck. There's somewhere with snow.
Somewhere where they have snow and mountains.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
like 6 miles away from a ski lift, and the daughter's like, "Can I go skiing?" And he's like, "No." So they go to this house. Nice cottage, by the way. The cottage
Yes.
is like badass. Yeah, and there's basically Rob Schneider, John Schneider, his daughter, and the 2 lackeys that are his helpers.
Yes.
A hot chick and a doofus-looking kind of guy that
Tech
does
nerd
the tech
kinda
nerd
guy,
stuff. Yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah, the one chick wasn't bad looking.
yeah, she was all right.
Not
Yeah,
bad.
she was kind of hot.
If you're stuck up in the woods and the
Expecting
snow
to see her
and that-
naked, but no.
No.
So right off the bat,
I could be in a cabin with her in the woods in
Yeah.
the snow. That'd be fine.
yeah, I'd be all right with that. No boobies though, so get
Okay,
that.
for a couple of days then.
Yep, no boobies.
bored.
And in the interim, of course, there is the the required death scenes of people getting randomly killed by this snow beast. There's some cross country skiers who get killed, and there's a
You gotta let 'em
snowboarder
know
guy
right
who
off the
gets
bat that
killed.
Somebody's
Yeah,
gonna get killed in this movie.
yeah, people get killed. by basically a guy in a really bad suit.
It's the equivalent of the Abominable Snowman in the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer animation cartoon.
It
from
looks
Christmas.
like a live version, a rendering of that.
Yes, it does.
The face is a little scarier, but for the most part, it's put one foot in front of the other. That's basically
Cornelius. Cornelius should have been in the movie.
Yeah, right.
He really should have been.
So it does have one other star in it who's not really a star anymore, but he was for a little bit.
He had moments.
Yeah,
Jason
London. Yeah, Jason London is in it. He plays the cop who's trying to find the people that are missing, and he thinks there's something chasing him or something that's killing him.
You're
and
retarded, man. You're making that up.
His fat cop buddy's like, whatever, kid, blur, I'm going to go eat some donuts, and that's basically his lot in the movie is to eat a lot and be fat and doubt and call the other guy kid, and he gets all mad. Don't call me kid.
Don't call me kid, man.
Yeah.
I'm a grown man.
Exactly.
He didn't say that.
And he's not. He looks like a kid, so... Yeah, but that's basically it, and they're going out trying to find out what's going on with these animals, and they're just gone. They vanished. Where did they go?
How did that happen?
We don't know.
Is it global warming with all this snow around?
We have no idea.
No, we don't know.
But so that's the basic plot. And as the movie progresses, you get to see more of the beast here and there, and the more you see, the less you believe in it.
All right.
And what's funny? Did you notice this? It's like there's always the shots of like it passing in the background and passing in front of the camera, and some shots of it running through the woods. And a couple of the shots where it was running through the woods, it's like the cameraman couldn't keep up with it or he lost it. It's like it's fucking white. I can't see it. There's snow and where the fuck is it? It's like it's so tough.
Oh, there he is. Over there. I got it. Now.
So it's like telling the dude in the suit to slow down or something so he can get it on camera. But John Schneider is phoning it in. I mean, he does very little.
He doesn't do much as an actor anyway.
Yeah.
He kind of just relies on his looks and his just ability to deliver his lines somewhat believably, and then just kind of glance every now and then.
Yeah.
That's
Exactly. Yeah.
But hey, he's had a decent career doing that, so go figure.
You got to wonder though, if you're gonna be in a movie like this, I would have been like, I want to see what the monster looks like.
Yeah.
And I would have seen that monster and gone, I'm not gonna do that movie.
I'm supposed to be scared of that.
Yeah, dude in a suit. It's like bad suit too. Like it couldn't even make the feet convincing looking. It looked like these things over a boot.
But at least
or
it
something.
wasn't CGI. Like
Yeah.
Chupacabra versus the Alamo.
It wasn't CGI. I'll give it that. But yeah, it was just bad. It was bad.
You know, the actors want to react to practical effects.
Yeah.
How do you react to that? Like,
Exactly. That's how I would point and laugh at it until
oh
it
man,
rips
that
your
thing's gonna
face
kill
off.
us.
Hide in the tree. Yeah, but it was bad.
It was bad.
It was definitely. It's probably one of those definitely made for sci-fi or something because it's pretty bloodless. There's not a lot in it.
Yeah.
And because it all takes place pretty much during the day, there's not a whole lot of scares in it. It's mostly just
Yeah. And it had a little bit better budget than a Sharknado or a Chupacabra. I mean, the film work was better. The cinematography was better.
It looked like an after-school special though. Like,
Yeah.
all the lighting was
Yeah,
really flat. There's
But
not a lot of.
Chupacabra, that stuff looks like cartoonish stuff.
Yeah,
it looks
but-
like high school production.
This looked like it was out of high. Like someone made commercials and they said, "Hey, let's make a movie," and it looks like a commercial. So it looks like they're trying to sell the.
But it's not as tongue in cheek as like a Sharknado. Or
No, that's
Chupacabra.
what I
It's-
didn't like about it. It was that it was too serious.
Too tweener.
It didn't take itself.
It was a tweener. It didn't take itself. It took itself a little too seriously for what they were projecting
Producing,
on the screen.
With the monster like that, it would have been funny if the monster, trying to chase someone and maybe get them like, that guy's too fast, or I don't know. I don't know. It just,
They could have humped the hot chick.
Yeah,
Like Big Bad Wolf. Or
it would have been nice if he humped the hot
something.
chick. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
stick her head in the snow cave and just her butt sticking out, and he's like, I don't know, something like that.
I don't know. Something to show that we realize this is a bad movie, but we appreciate you sticking with it.
Yeah.
Give us something like that. But,
So of course, they're 6 miles away from the ski lift, and the none of their equipment's working right. So they have to go out all the time to try and fix it, and that just makes them fodder for the monster. Basically, once they find out what it is, they decide they're going to try and catch it on film or something, and the girl goes out to try and get it, and she gets killed, and then all hell breaks loose after that.
Yeah.
But it was bad.
It's bad.
It was
and
bad.
I would actually rank this lower than Sharknado or Chupacabra versus the Alamo because those movies did at least know what they were.
Yeah, those movies, you had fun watching those
Yeah.
movies because they were so bad. They knew they were bad. They played to the badness.
But
And
I
this
will
one
put
just
it
took
ahead
its-
of Two-Headed Shit Attack because that movie took itself very seriously.
Yeah, it
and
did.
was
It did. Yeah,
horrible.
It did. Yeah. I would say Ghost Shark was more entertaining than this one too. I liked Ghost
Yeah,
Shark.
Ghost
a little
Shark
better.
had some moments. I like
Yeah.
Ghost Shark.
And that did take itself seriously, but not too. It's kind of hard to explain. I
Yeah,
don't
but
know.
it worked. It had a certain level of workability in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Certainly not one of our favorites that we've done.
no, definitely not. No. Now, if the other guy had shown up as like, a guy in the woods.
Tom Wopat?
Yeah, if Tom Wopat had showed up at some point as like a mountain man, like, I'll help you, and he runs around in the car.
Is Tom Wopat like the Joyce DeWitt of Dukes of Hazzard? Because he's never really done much after Dukes of Hazzard. I know he had a country music
He
career
had a
for a
country
little
music
while.
career for a while, yeah.
But then nothing. You don't see anything from him. You see Duke from now on and see John Schneider from time to time. Of course, Uncle Jesse's dead, and James Rob.
Hog? Yeah. I don't know, man.
Tom Wopat, Joyce DeWitt, the same person.
Yep. With one with better hair, and that would be Tom Wopat.
And one with bigger boobs. And that would
That'd
be Tom Wopat.
Wopat. That's
man.
we're horrible.
We are. We suck.
But yeah, yeah, I wouldn't seek this movie out
No.
if it happened to be on cable. It really should have been animated, and they should have used the snow beast from
From Rudolph.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, because it looked just like that. It was.
Yeah.
My wife was around when I was watching it. She's like, "Oh, you're watching one of those stupid movies again." I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Well, let me know when the monster comes up because I want to see the monster." I'm like, "Okay, fine." So monster comes up. I'm like, "Hey, come see the monster." And she's like, "That's it? They didn't even try." Like, just for on the back be a spot.
Yeah.
She's like, "That's horrible." And she's like, "That looks like something. I can't place it." And my dog, over Christmas, just got a chew toy that is that monster from Rudolph, and it's basically the monster from Rudolph, and it's holding the rope, and you pull on the rope, and it squeaks. The dog comes over and just drops it in the living room, and we both look at it, and we just start dying laughing.
The dog even saw the resemblance.
Look like that's monster Rudolph. Wow.
Couldn't even trick him.
No, the
That's
dog's
crazy.
like, "It's right here, bugger."
Here
That's
it
what
is.
it's like.
I'm with this thing's ass all day.
Exactly. So it was ripping its leg off and shit already. It's only had it like a week. I'm like, "Geez, dog." So yeah,
That's what dogs do.
it's one to pass on. I think I would call it a pass.
Yeah. For 50, we need to pick the ones that we actually liked. Not our
Mm.
classics, those are obvious, but we did have some that we actually liked, and we'll put that over 50.
I think we can do that for sure.
Like,
Well, we've done some,
those are easy. That would be fair to the them to compare movies with that.
True. Yeah.
But thus endeth the Esteban Carreras Creature Feature.
Esteban Carreras Cigars. Super premium cigars at a great price. They're scary good.
So what you getting on the La Sirena? Anything new?
It's mellowed out a little. It's not quite earthy as much anymore, but I can't pick up what it's changed into. But it's not spicy. Maybe
getting
it's
a
a
little
little
more-
baker spice.
I'm getting a little more
something.
coffee, kind of an espresso
Maybe
coffee kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally different than I remembered this cigar.
I remember it being more of an ash kicker. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a size. I don't know.
No, I've only had it in the Belicoso, so that's why I picked it, because I know
Oh, yeah?
that we liked that, or I liked it.
It's still good. It's a good cigar. Just it's not as strong as I remember it being. So
Right.
I don't know. Who
Maybe our
knows?
palates have advanced from when we first started smoking.
Maybe.
You know?
I haven't smoked anything I smoked something yesterday, but other than that, it's been
I've only been smoking
since last week.
Connecticut's, and only because, and not every day even, because
Yeah, 'cause of your stomach issues, yeah.
So I was really worried about this cigar, figuring this was going to kick my ass, but
Yeah. Well,
I still
there's that.
recommend it though. I mean, it's a good stick,
Yep.
but only if you're more in the medium body mode.
Ooh. I just got something else on it here. Hold on. Oh, he's relighting. All the yapping. That happens.
I hate the Esteban Carreras Creature Feature.
Just because your cigar always goes out because you're yappy. What can you do? And this was a bad one, man. You made me watch that.
You've made me watch Frankenstein's Army King,
Yeah.
which I might rank that as the worst one we've seen.
I don't know. The production value on that at least was good. The monsters were cool at least. This was like just garbage monster.
Yeah, with cameras from the 1970s,
Yeah.
filming stuff from the 1940s.
Yeah, I still like that one better than this one. I'd watch that again over this one. I'm
I
sorry.
would watch neither one.
I would. Yeah, if you forced me to watch one, I'd watch the Frankenstein's Army again. Just because I know what it is and I can make fun of it when I'm watching it. But this one's just...
I like snow, so I'll just look at snow in the mountains. Pretend I'm up there and never.
There wasn't any snow bunnies. There was no like hot chicks in a hot tub getting ripped up or anything. It was like they missed so many opportunities with the snow thing. You know,
Well, I've found another one for us to watch.
I was expecting snow breasts. I only got Snow Beast. Who had Snow Beast breast, by the way? He had the little...
Yeah, he did that. breastplate thing.
Yeah.
I've got one written down at home, but I forgot to bring. But we'll have to check this one out. It looks a little better. It looks like more like what we're really looking for in the Esteban Carreras.
Yeah.
Creature feature.
Like silly funny or
Yeah.
just bad?
Silly funny.
Okay.
And I've looked. Shark Avalanche or Avalanche Shark is still not out.
Nope. I haven't seen it anywhere.
Assholes.
We're waiting for your movie, guys. We need to see if they have a Twitter, and we'll tweet them. Say we're waiting to watch this.
Oh, I know. John Schneider tie-in.
Okay.
He plays the sheriff in Lake Placid 2. We might need to watch Lake Placid 2 because the first one was great. We might
I like
watch
the first one a
second
lot,
to
yeah.
see how bad the second one is. But we'll give John Schneider some time to cool down before we.
Yeah, I don't want to
He's
go
gonna
to
be all
John
pissed
Schneider.
off. He's gonna be all pissed off at us
Fest.
for that one, you know.
Yeah, I'm sure he listens to the show.
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
Is he a cigar smoker? I have no idea.
I don't know. But my brother and I on our bikes, I named my bike the General Lee, obviously. And he wanted his bike to be the General Lee, and I'm like, no, we can't have two General Lees. Said because they also called the General Lee the General. So that's a different bike is the General. Mine's the General Lee.
Okay.
I had blonde hair, he had dark hair, so I was Bo, he was Luke.
There you go.
And my brother was Enos. My youngest brother was Enos. And he'd chase us on his tricycle. It was hilarious. That was more amusing than the movie that we just watched.
It'll probably be more amusing watching you guys do that too. For that matter.
It was fun.
Just record that.
Set up ramps, and we actually had the Dixie horn.
Nice.
It was awesome.
Sweet. I always wanted the Dixie horn, just because it was from the show, not.
Oh, and we'd climb in and out of the windows. My parents would get so pissed at us for doing that.
Yeah, we did that too. Yep, my dad had an old Nova Super Sport that had one of the doors was broken. You couldn't open it.
Oh, okay.
So I used to jump in that window all the time. All the time.
Yep, that's funny. Yeah. My dad actually had a 68 Charger when I was a kid, when I was younger. That sucker could fly. That thing hit. Child Protective Service would arrest him today, but he said, "You want to see how fast this can go?" We got it up to 150.
Nice.
It was nice.
Yeah. That was back in the day when seatbelts were optional.
Right. And they didn't put governors on the engines. So whatever, man.
Yeah, I found out my car has a governor. I was pissed.
Dude,
I was so pissed because I was on the tollway going to Austin, which the speed limit there is like
got up to 80 now.
80 or 90 or some shit. And I was like, all right, woo. People are going 100. I'm like trying to follow. My car goes, woo. Like, what? Bullshit. I was pissed.
That sucks.
So I got on this damn thing for nothing. I can't speed for crap. Got it to 80 and it went. I got to 85 and went.
Yeah, I'm done. That's enough of that crap.
Like, bitch.
Fastest I've ever driven myself is I got up to 102 once, and that was kind of cool.
Yep. I don't know that I have ever been. I probably have. Oh, my dad's Mustang. My dad had an 80s Mustang. Not a good one, but one of the one from the 80s, and I took that thing out and
broke 100.
Yeah, broke 100 on that when I was borrowing it one time for prom. He's gonna listen and go, "You did what?"
You did what? That's right. Your dad listens.
Yeah.
My dad's gone. I can tell all my stories.
Like I wouldn't do that. Come on. You didn't expect me to do that? Of course I did that. In San Antonio on 610, just blazing on that damn thing.
How'd you get to San Antonio in 10 minutes from Austin?
No, I went to high school in San Antonio.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, but that was a nice car. That was a lemon though, the one he had, because it had
most of those 80s Mustangs were terrible.
Yeah, we were like going through an intersection one time, it just died. It was like just because all the electrical stuff just went out on it. We're like, what the hell? So someone helped us push it to the side and got towed, and they're like, we got to replace all the computer in it, and it was like 2 weeks or something before we got it back.
Yeah, my mom had a yellow one, and it was a piece of crap.
Yeah,
she gave it to my brother as a graduation present. And he painted it jet black, and it looked ugly. It wasn't even like a glossy black. It was just this dull black.
That's
and he's like,
now.
isn't that cool? This is 87,
yeah,
88. That wasn't cool then. The 80s were bright colors and pastels and shit. This was like, it just looked, and he got the windows tinted. It looked like just this black blob driving down the street. It's just ugly.
I saw like a bunch of cars recently that are like just painted matte black.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know about that. I don't know. It just doesn't. It doesn't do anything for me.
That's white.
No, yeah. You know what I mean.
I do. And that's what this was. It was a matte black. It was just blah.
It just looks like primer. It's like, when are you going to put the finishing coat on that thing?
What color are you going to paint it now?
Exactly. Where's the rest of it? Doesn't look right.
Well, I'm getting close to the final third. So
I am too. So we're going to take a little break, and we'll come back for the final third of the Lost Sirena.
We got shout-outs.
Shout-outs. Lift off. All right, we're back for the last third of the Lost Sirena. And,
we didn't look up what the name of it was.
It's the Divine.
It's not the Divine.
It is the Divine. Tell anybody it's the Divine.
I'm going to get up and leave this podcast right now and go find out.
No, you're not. But so what are you thinking so far on this? What have you gotten on the last
I got a
third?
hint
as
of
you get
bitter,
into
and I
it?
don't know if it's because I had to relight twice or not. But the bitter's gone away. I am getting more cocoa at the end. I'm getting a hint of cocoa now towards the end,
Yeah, I've gotten the cocoa as well.
which I wasn't expecting considering we had no cocoa throughout the whole way. And I'll tell you what I'm going to start doing now is not holding my hand right in front of my face like this. I think I'll quit doing that now.
So yeah, Divine Belicoso.
Okay.
So it is the Divine.
Well, the night, I think the night is the Robusto or something like that.
Yeah, there's different names on them.
Yep. So, what are you getting?
Yeah, it's a little bitter, but it's not bitter that you want to put it out. You know, it's just like the slight bitterness. I like to when it has the coffee flavor and the bitterness, I like to think of it as like burnt coffee or like espresso or something. You know,
But it's not a strong cocoa. It's just a little flirting.
hint of cocoa. It's like it is a flirting of cocoa.
Yeah.
So we do have some cigar news. There's a kind of a big story for people who like General cigars. Know that they're kind of people like them, people don't like
I'm
them.
going
It
to
just
put out a
depends.
challenge, by the way, real quick.
Okay.
If you're a cigar smoker, you like at least one General cigar. I guarantee you do.
Yeah. True. Yeah.
Guarantee you do.
Or at least you smoked them before and liked them, and then
At
you
one
moved
point in
on.
your life, you have liked
Yeah.
General cigars.
So General Cigars for 2014 is going to discontinue 250 SKUs.
So that's the opposite of 420 being a positive thing in the pot world. It's a negative thing in the General cigar world 420. You said 42014 is when they're
Oh,
discontinuing.
for 2014.
Oh, forget that whole 420 thing because I don't even know what I was talking about. I don't know anything.
Not
about
on 420, yeah. No, but for the year 2014,
I got
the
you.
year 2014, they're discontinuing 250 different cigar of the cigar
Lines
of the
and-
lines.
or
Well,
sizes.
it's not necessarily
Sizes.
lines;
Sizes.
it's sizes within the lines.
And
So
they're condensing sizes is what
yeah,
they're doing.
they're basically trying to cut down on the sizes that aren't selling to make room for other
Because they
stuff.
make so many sizes and so many different lines. It's
A lot of Macanudos getting cut. You got some Macanudos in the standard line, like Rothschild, Duke of Wellington, Majesty, the Macanudo Robusto, Macanudo Maduro. There's
wow, they're getting rid of the Rothschild and the Robusto. That's the
well, in the regular line, they're getting rid of the Rothschild. In the Robusto line, they're getting rid of the
the
Rothschild.
robust line. It's the robust line.
Oh,
not
sorry,
Robusto.
robust. Sorry,
I have a
Macanudo
funny story about
robust.
that. I have a story about that later on.
Okay, all right. And they've cut a lot. And what's bad about this is a lot of the ones they're cutting are Corona sizes because I guess they're not selling, which sucks because, as you know, that's where the flavor is.
Thank you, big ring gauge smokers.
Yeah, for that. So a lot of Macanudos getting cut, some Bolivars getting cut. Partagas is getting a lot of theirs cut. Series S, Partagas Black Label, the Corona's going away.
Oh, I'm saddened that the Partagas, that Rosado, that little Santiago and that little pink
Yeah,
tube,
Spanish Rosado. Yeah.
Spanish Rosado,
Yeah,
gone. And
I
that's
know.
a great. I just turned a customer onto that cigar like last week, and he's come back 3 times and bought it.
Jeez. Some of the
So we need to buy
Cohitas,
some of these.
Hoya de Monterrey, a bunch of them, like 10, 12 SKUs in the Hoya de Monterrey. Hoya de Monterey, Rosado, and Cedros as well. Excalibur, Legend.
La Gloria Cubano Cigar.
A bunch of the La Glorias are getting cut,
But
actually.
not
Some
the,
Punch.
Matt told me the Herrera Esteli was. I'm like, no, it's not. I mean, that's Cigar Esteli.
Yeah, like 6 different SKUs in the Punch Grand Cru, which
Wow.
I thought was pretty popular.
What about the Matt Grand Cru or Cru Royale? I mean,
No Cru, the Cure, was it the Grand Puro and the Grand Cure? The Grand Puro and the Grand.
neither one of us can
Cru.
talk, and we've only had this one drink.
Exactly. Sancho Panza, some stuff getting kicked off of
That's too
there.
bad. Davis will kill himself.
There's some ones in here that I don't even know, so it's
Yeah.
probably okay that those
Skip
like
those.
Lord Beaconsfield. I don't know what the hell that is. You know, Via de Cuba. So yeah, La Gloria Cubana. There's quite a few. Corona E, the Crown Imperial, the Imencia, which is one of the larger. Well, it's a 7.5 by 48, so that's not really.
Churchill.
Yeah, and then the Encedros, a couple of the Maduros. It's like at least like 15 off of La Gloria Cubana.
Wow.
And then on the Series R, there's 2 sizes of that going
Okay.
away. Reserva Figurados, there's a bunch of those. So they're doing some deep cuts, man.
Yeah.
And Don Tomas, there's some of those going away as well. Astrals, I don't know what those are. Some of the Havana Honeys, the flavored ones, some of
Right.
those are going away. La Traviata, I was kind of surprised.
Wow. What size?
The Animado Maduro and the Favorito Maduro, both of those are going
I've only
away.
had one of the Maduros.
Yeah, and one of those, the The Anamado Maduro is the Corona size,
Figures.
5.58 by 46. So, the Italia, the Brasilia, the Americana.
Wow. Kirk is
Cameroon.
going to be upset. He likes that as Brazilian and
Yep.
Italian.
Some of the infused stuff, the Caramello Joe. Some
That
of
one
those are
didn't
going
sell
away.
worth a crap.
Eileen's Dream, the Robusto.
That's-
I didn't even know
I
that
know
came in a
Robusto,
Robusto.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
I don't mind that.
Earth Nectar, which I didn't.
Thank God. That's the worst in that whole CAO
Really?
flavor line.
Okay.
It's horrible.
And some of the Dunhill aged.
Well, that's the original. Those are the original boxes because they're
Okay.
boxes of 25.
Yeah.
They're
So-
condensing them down to boxes of 10, and with the new packaging and everything.
Yeah.
So.
So kind of
They're
surprising.
still pricey for that because we have a customer that likes the old the Samana. It's
Mm-hmm.
a Lonsdale size in the old packaging. So Matt figured, we'll get some for him, and he can stock up and everything. Still, our retail, it's still we're going to charge $12 a stick.
Wow.
So it's So it's not that great a deal on this closeout thing. Okay, the Macanudo Robust story I have to tell you.
Okay.
I started off with regular Macanudo,
Okay.
traditional, and one day I had one that said Macanudo Robust, and I didn't know to ask it tobacconist anything. I just bought it, and I liked it better. I was like, ooh, there's a lot more flavor in this. So we were at karaoke, and my wife was going to run over to the mall, and the place she was going to stop at the mall was right next to the cigar store in the mall. And I said, hey, can you pick me up a Macanudo Robust? And she said, okay. She comes back, and it's a Macanudo, and it's just a plain Macanudo, and it's in a size that like I was used to. So I said, this isn't the Robust. She goes, that's a Macanudo Robusto. And she goes, and it's Robusto, not Robust. I said, oh, I thought it said Robust. So I was so confused on which was the difference, Robust or Robusto, for so long.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that one was the size and one was the brand name.
Ah.
Confused me.
Brand confusion.
Yes. So now they're getting rid of that.
Yep.
Thank God.
So yeah, but at the same time, General put out I think there's 100 different SKUs for for that one cigar that's like what's that one called, the one that nobody bought.
Which one?
With the metal.
Oh, they
thing.
sell like crazy here.
They sell like crazy.
Macanudo
here, really?
Vintage 97.
No, not
Maduro.
the Macanudo. It's the Foundry.
Oh, the Foundry, yeah.
There's like 100 this year at IPCPR. They released like 100 different Foundry cigars,
Oh my God.
but they're pulling 250 of other stuff.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
I guess they're trying
Now,
to
the
make room for
Macanudo
the
Vintage
Foundry.
97 is a really good cigar. Have you ever had that?
No, I've never had
That's
it.
a
No.
really good cigar.
Yeah.
Tasty Maduro. And those fly out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about the Foundries?
I sold one today.
Yeah. Okay.
Actually, a guy came in and asked for the Foundry. And I sold him one.
There you go. I mean, they got some cool packaging on the
But
Foundries,
you know why he wanted to?
Because he wanted the band.
He had one of those rings.
Yeah.
And he's big into Cub Scouts with his son.
Huh?
And they were doing some sort of thing where they're building like tanks and stuff. And this one kid in their group said, I need something for the hood.
Yeah.
So he pulled it out and glued that on the hood. It looked really cool. His son's like, Dad, you gave that to me. So I had to come buy one so he could get the ring. To get this. Well, we happen to have a ring laying behind the counter, so I gave him one of those two. So he'd always get two of the rings. So.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I lost my my wedding band a couple of years back at the beach, and
Nice.
yeah, because that was when I had lost all the weight. It was just falling off of me, and I didn't think about it. And I went out in the water, and boop, there it goes. And so when I had the Foundry, I smoked it, and I was like, this thing kind of cool. It fit right on my finger. I'm like, hey, cool. So I wore it around the house and didn't think anything of it. My wife sees it, she's like, what the fuck is that? I'm like, what? She's like, what's that thing on your finger? I'm like,
my
it's
wedding ring."
I don't have a wedding ring. So it was just like, you're not wearing that as a wedding ring. I'm like, why not? She's like, I saw that on one of your cigars. I'm like, and?
And
Buy me a wedding ring then.
I've never had the Foundry, I don't think. If I did, it didn't register with me.
Very mild.
Yeah,
Very
that's what I heard.
mild.
Well, I think you were here when we got them in, and you said, oh, it's mild, you're not going to like that. And so I never tried it.
Yeah, it's like smoking paper.
Yeah.
If you could, yeah, it's very, very mild.
And I'll give Macanudo credit for that. It's not like smoking paper. A regular Macanudo is actually a decent cigar for a mild cigar. Actually has a little flavor. It's just $3 more than it should be.
Yeah.
That should be a $6 cigar, and it's $9 and $10, which is ridiculous. But it's the biggest selling cigar in the world. So go
It's,
figure.
it's a name brand thing,
It is.
Just like the Cohibas. The Cohiba Red Dots should not be as expensive as they are. They're not priced where they should be.
Oh, none
but
of
they
the
sell
Dominican
like
Cohibas should
crazy.
sell. Jeez.
Yeah, but people like them, so
They do.
whatever.
So-
So shout outs. Time for shout
Shout-outs.
outs.
Time for shout-outs. All right. Not bad for just 1 week, because last week when we had so many, I didn't figure we'd have that many this week, but we have some.
Okay.
From Facebook, Jeff Hirschauer, who is sending us some cigars. Thank you, Jeff. And we
Always
encourage all our listeners to
Yeah.
send us cigars.
Always welcome, yeah.
A couple of local people that aren't customers, so they must have found out about us through the show.
Okay.
Michael Robinson from lovely Richardson, Texas.
Ah.
And Steve, I hope I pronounced her name right. Beheeler, out of Terrell, Texas.
Okay.
Very nice. From Twitter, we got Lisa Owen, and her Twitter handle is @LisaNayo. Thank you, Lisa. I like it when chicks like our show.
Yeah, that's cool.
King's Cigars, which is @Kings_cigars. Nate Rowland, who is a customer, who's now following us. Michael Gruber, he goes by the handle Tweet Grubes.
Be cool if he had a brother named Hans.
That'd be cool. He used to be on The Ticket, and I know him, and he's really funny, and he was tweeting random stupid football sayings.
Yeah.
And Dave Campo, who used to be the coach of the Cowboys, literally one time in a press conference said this, and I'm going to say it just as serious as he said it. The game of football is played on a field in a game. Like, he thought he was going to say something profound. Well, Grooves, when he was on The Ticket, every now and then somebody was making a lucid football point, he would play that drop of Campo saying that. So here Gruber was pointing out all these stupid football commentations. So I just tweeted that line that Dave Campos said. He retweeted it, and like 40 people clicked favorite on it. It was funny as shit.
Wow.
Joe Wagner. Okay, then we got JP.
Jill Wagner. You just buried that one?
Just buried Jill Wagner. She also favorited something on mine, too. Not just tweeted me, she favorited it. Okay,
Hot
then we got
chick.
JP. Yeah, she might be the hottest chick that's ever tweeted us. Might be.
Might be.
Lisa Owen's not bad. I don't know. I didn't look at her picture.
Well.
JP, and I can't read my writing. His Twitter handle is weird. Not weird. It's hard for me to read is what I mean. Quarzano18.
Okay.
And then I Need a Light, which is @TalkGunner on Twitter. On YouTube, we've got Kirk from Poolside Cigar Reviews.
Mm-hmm.
And what was the other one that we said? I said I was... Brandon Holdsworth with Ezra Zion.
Eddie Stogie fan, of course, as always.
Eddie Stogie fan. Thank you, Eddie.
Yep, he's a lover of the show.
He actually listens because he makes comments about stuff that we say, which is scary.
Yep, it is. So yeah, we have a bunch on the old Google Plus as well. Dan Gum, who is now following me on Twitter as well.
Thank you, Dan.
And Ryan, who is also on the Google Plus all the time. Ralph, Ken and Timothy, Wacom England, I think it's Endland. Wacom Endland.
Okay.
Nate Martin, who follows the show.
Cool.
And actually, he has a cigar site where he reviews stuff, and he put a link to us on there.
Very nice.
Yeah.
What's
way
the
cool.
site?
I don't know.
Thank you for the plug. Nate will get you.
But we plugged his site on our Podomatic. So if you go to our
Okay.
Podomatic, he's
All right.
one of our friends listed on the
Okay,
side
cool.
side
Thank
there.
you,
So
Nate.
that's cool. Yeah. Thanks, Nate, for that. And we'll mention your site next time. But for the life of me, I can't remember it right this minute, as it has escaped me. And on the Twitter, we have one more follower here if it ever comes up. Let's see. Following new follower on Twitter, Babalu Cigars.
Babalu Cigars. That was a good cigar.
Retweeted a bunch of our stuff that we tweeted out this week in a Cigars Wednesday.
Okay.
Not sure who that one is, but they
That fits in with our show because we
Yep.
record our show on Wednesdays.
on Wednesday, true. Dirty Leaf Cigars. So Casa Fuente is now following me.
Nice.
HE Cigars. Yep. So that's cool.
Oh, Ezra Zion.
Yeah, Ezra Zion. Yep. Ezra Zion did retweet some stuff that we
Yeah, they
retweeted,
did.
and then
And I've got like 6 or 7 more that retweeted me, and I didn't have time to find them. So you will be on next week's episode. Because it's hard because you have to go into the conversation and find out where they tweeted you and what they said.
Yeah.
So, but I will go back and take the time and do that.
So the bitterness is gone.
Yeah.
It's not there anymore, and I'm getting the earthiness is turned into more of a leathery. So it has some complexity to
It
it.
does. It's definitely not one note. It's just not the powerhouse I was remembering. Because even with my current stomach condition, I've only burped a couple of times.
Yeah, I haven't at all. But I did get that little kind of tension right here
Yeah.
at the start, but I think that was just because it was stronger than I was expecting.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's
Then
good to
it
go.
wound up not being as strong as we expected, so go figure. But it's a very, very complex. Not very, but definitely complex. Definitely worth a re-smoke.
Yeah,
I would re-smoke this.
yeah. If they have them at your shop, check them out. Give them a go.
They're in the $9 range. They're a tad on the pricey side, but there's more expensive stuff out there that isn't as good as this.
Yep. And you can always pick them up here at the Calypso Cigar Shop and Lounge by calling.
972-761-9903.
And as always, check us out on all the places where we have the show. We're on iTunes, YouTube, Podomatic, Spreaker, iHeartRadio, Twitter. You can tweet, Facebook.
Facebook.
We're all over the place.
something. Stitcher? Did you say Stitcher?
Stitcher, yeah, we're on Stitcher too. Yeah, we're getting some followers on Stitcher, which is nice. I just
nice.
wish there was a way we could track the iHeartRadio stuff, and
I
it's
know,
not. So
there's not.
that drives me crazy.
Hey, we need 5 more YouTube subscribers. Come on.
Yep.
Subscribe to us on YouTube. We need 5 more.
And comment is always comments are always
great.
welcome
Really.
as well. Yeah.
Because I've found the way you get noticed on YouTube is through likes and comments. So even if it's a comment where you and I are bullshitting back and forth with each other and there's 14 of them, it looks good for us.
Excellent. Well,
So,
bullshit some more then.
Let's just start down there. You want to get on there and bullshit with us? Go for it.
Hell yeah, go for it. Yeah. So as always, it has been great smoking with you.
See you later, Brandon.
See you later, Randy.